Hello and welcome to Video Revealed. I'm Colin Smith. I want to answer the question I got, which is, can you free transform like Photoshop in Premiere Pro? Kinda? All right, let me show you some examples using corner pin, because that's what I'm going to use, and then we'll break it down. I've got a few compositing tips too to make things look a little bit more real, and something to watch out for when you're working with green screen footage. So here we've got a laptop. Obviously this woman was not there, it's green. That's not the right green color. You can see the green is spilling all over the keyboard. Now, there's not much you can do if you've received this footage, but if you're making this footage, the color green of a real Hollywood green screen is dull. It is a dull, non-reflective, giant, blowing out green. People usually turn up green 100%, and it's the worst. It can actually cause bigger problems like this. Look at what's happening here. So the pen in this example is coming in front of the computer. And if I turn off the top track and we look at this, you can see something very odd happening. This is so bright that it's actually preventing some of the pixels from showing. And you'll see this all the time if you look at something bright like it's a setting sun and there are some poles, some power lines or poles, you'll actually see the sun eating away from the edge of that. And that's the same effect here. How do you fix this? Oh boy. I would have to rebuild that tiny edge of the pen. To make this look really accurate, you would have to build the soft edge of the pen and you would have to track it and move it around. Bottom line is you're not going to do this in Premiere Pro. So you either trim that footage so you make sure that they're not using it. And if you're picking this, if this is, and this is a stock clip from Artgrid, pay attention when you're looking at that. And if something is moving in front of a screen that you need to knock out, then you're in trouble. Now, essentially what's supposed to happen is this gets knocked out and the corner pin graphic goes behind it. So when the pen or the hand or the face or something moves in front, it's already keyed out. But when they make a mistake like that, you're in big trouble. So I've got a few more examples here. Come on, I got to do this. There's your typical Windows desktop, and Mac users, that's a Mac desktop. We know who you are. All right, let's go back over to the first one and look at the effects. I've got corner pin. I've also got the Lumetri effect and Gaussian blur. Anytime you're compositing something like this and it's a full video, it's never going to be the same amount of saturation and clarity. So you always need to take the saturation down, and you also add a little bit of blur because this is an HD clip, but it's really like 5 feet away from the camera. It's not going to be razor sharp, so you blur that a little bit. But let's take these effects right out. We'll delete these effects and we'll start from scratch. So selecting the clip and going to my effects, I am using the Essentials workspace, which is one of the new workspaces that I like, and search for corner pin. And the first thing you should notice is it's not accelerated. So depending on how fast your CPU is, this could be really slow or it could be manageable. For me, it's manageable on my Dell Precision workstation. So because this clip is selected, all I have to do is double click on it and it is selected. And if we click here in the effects controls, you'll see these little blue targets showing up in each one of the corners. And they will always be on the outside edge of the alpha of this clip. And I'll show you why that's important when we're doing graphics in a second. So you basically just eyeball this. I mean, I could zoom in a little bit more, which I normally would do, but you're just dragging this around. Come on. It's nowhere near as easy to use as Photoshop's free transform. But that's the basic idea, is you're dragging these around, and you could zoom in, like I said, and place these there. You could also right-click and save this preset. Let's say you wanted to drop in a different clip. Maybe you want this to show multiple things. Then you could drop that, or save that as a preset and then drop that on another clip. So that's basically how I did all of these here. Oh, you can see I'm lagging a little bit there. Okay. Let's go over to this one here. This one is a little bit more advanced. I'll shut the top off. The bottom is just a television screen. I wanted to get something that was this kind of a perspective and also had these corners. So if we go to the laptops don't require a mask. It's a hard edge on a hard edge. It's one corner to each corner, but the television has rounded edges. So let's go back and have a look at that. So this has a corner pin on it. And if we look here, it also has a mask in the opacity. So if I turn that off, the clip goes all the way over here. But here I drew a mask with the opacity mask path around there. And this was easy because it wasn't moving. If this is a moving clip, then you have to track it. You're not going to do something like that in Premiere Pro. You have to go to After Effects. Have fun with that. To make this look a little bit more realistic, because the television screen is a uniform color and it's got the noise and the blips, I thought, hey, why don't I use that on top of the video I added, and it will just marry that together. So let's have a look at the top video. And you'll notice that I have opacity set here, and I've got the same mask. So I've cut the mask out and I changed this blend mode to overlay. If it's normal, it hides everything. But if it's overlay, and you can go through the different ones and try it, overlay gives me the noise. Let's go back in. Gives me the noise. You can see some of that noise. And it gives me that vertical distortion going on. So very useful. All right, now let's get to my pet peeve, which is graphics. The first thing to understand is when you add a graphic to the timeline in Premiere Pro, even if it's a small circle, Premiere Pro looks at, well, this effect, the corner pin effect, doesn't look at the circle. It looks at the four corners of the whole giant frame. That means if you have a graphic, like I have this morning yoga logo, and you're trying to manipulate it, in Photoshop, you would get your free transform around the logo, and you have four corners and it's easy to move. Premiere Pro is going to put them all the way on the outside. Oh my goodness. Well, let me show you what that's like. It's just brutal. So there's morning yoga. If I go to my corner pin, look at where a corner pin is here. And I gotta zoom all the way out. Look, there's one way over here, way over there. Oh my God. This stuff will drive you absolutely batty because you're trying to move that into position, and you want something as close to the edge of this as possible. So my suggestion is, if you are creating a graphic and a logo and you want a free transform, use a layered PSD file, a Photoshop file, and use it on and crop it right down to the middle. So if we look at this one, let me fit this one. And by the way, I've got, oops, not that one. Yeah, that's the PSD. I've got this set to color burn 46% to help it blend in. But look at where the targets are. There, 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 and there, because it's a Photoshop file. If we open this up in Photoshop, You can see it's a transparent layer. I've got no extra space, so it's not like this is a giant HD frame. This made editing so much easier. Placing that on the ground with corner pin was so much easier because what I was doing here is I was trying to follow the edge of the perspective of the board. So that perspective going this way and this perspective going that way, and trying to match the M on a board, imaginary board over here. So it was just much easier to do it this way. So that answers the question, you know, can you free transform in Premiere Pro? Kinda, sorta, but at least you've got that option. Hey, if you're new to Video Revealed and you found this informative, take a moment and subscribe. You want to support us some more, you can do that on videorevealed.com/shop. Donate once, monthly, any amount. We love all of our wonderful donors, the people that have supported us. Thank you so much. Till next time, I'm Colin Smith, and it's my job to answer your questions and find a workaround for something that doesn't exist, so at least you have some kind of option. And be careful about green screen in video screens on a computer. Don't make them so bright.